Welcome back to Let's Play Magna Carta 2. Last time we joined Juto joined the Sentinel of the Southern Forces counter Sentinel unit, or whatever. I can't remember. I think it's counter Sentinel unit. The CSU. And this time around, we are going to be starting off with learning how to interact with party members. So we got party members walking behind us. They're probably going to tell us stuff here. I'm probably going to skip the tutorial and just go over the basics here. Take this. Oh, right. So sorry.
Come on, you don't even know what a cube is? Are you sure you really want to give him a cube?
Of course I am. He's a member of the Counter Sentinel unit now.
I was right!
What the heck is a cube? Is it really that big a deal?
Allow me to graciously enlighten you, my ignorant friend. A cube is a device that allows you to receive letters from others.
I thought it was a six-sided object that had equal areas of each side and equal lengths and 90-degree angles in every corner. Whatever.
How do you get letters with something like this?
I guess the term would be equilateral, equiangular, and equidistant, equiangular, and whatever.
First, you enter the characters into the cube. It converts those into Con, slips it into the Con that flows throughout the world, and it's sent to the pillar in whatever region you want.
So it's the internet.
What?
Oh well, I suppose your brain isn't capable of understanding even when it's explained to you. Look, just try to remember that cubes are used to send and receive letters. That's a dedicated Southern Forces cube, so if there are any Southern Forces pillars in the area, you'll be able to send and receive.
Pillars? The ones you use to save memories?
Well, I'll be, you knew that. Pillars make it possible to save human memories by converting them into Con. The Southern Forces pillars are all interconnected, so the pillars can share information between each other. Also, all letters sent by someone using a cube are delivered by pillars to their recipient. And you can check the letters you've received from the main menu. Our operation orders sometimes come in via cube, so make sure you check it.
Don't be such a know-it-all.
Everybody knows this stuff.
That's enough. Juto, as a member of the Counter Sentinel unit, you'll do most of your fighting in a group from now on. Would you like to study party combat?
The situation is exactly the same as it was on Highwind Island.
Do you know how party combat works? Would you like to learn?
I already know.
Just in case, I'll send you information on party combat to your cube. Make sure you go over it, all right?
Understood.
Is it going to bring it up anyway? Nope. Okay, good. Okay, so when we're in combat, so you can see all the characters are in the bottom left now. Ah, there's a person there. Give you a hand with what? Oh, pierce worms. Oh, this is the poison worm one, isn't it? A deadly poison. It looks like just like a pierce worm, yeah, but we called it a poison worm. We have antidotes. 3 antidotes. We have to kill 3 poison worms, and then we get a ring of detoxification, which is actually kind of kick-ass, because that prevents poison. That is actually very kick-ass. Poison condition. Treat it with an antidote right away. Yeah, you start losing HP constantly. Yeah. Whenever you're in the field and you hear that little doo-doo sound, and in the bottom and top right you can see there's a little mail logo behind it. You can go into your main menu by pressing start, then going down to information and going to cube mail. Or else you can just hit B on the menu here. So here we got just some basic stuff here. We got let's do our best from Zephy. Can't open the main menu and oh wait. You can open it, but items are not usable. You won't be able to basically if you're in combat, you won't be able to use oh, what was it? We can't use in combat we can't use items from the main menu, and we can't change equipment, and we can't change enhancements. Enhancements will come in later. Equipment, you can just step out of combat mode briefly, quickly change it, and then step back in. You don't really have to leave the battlefield, but you can't change enhancements or use items if you're in a battle area. So you can use that to your advantage. Well, I'll get to more of that later. Regarding experience values, Oh yeah, party members that are on the field gain 100% of the experience gained. People not on the field gain 70%. With experience, oh yeah, but with quests, with experience gained from quests, everybody will get the same amount, so you don't have to worry about that. Environment Con. Environment Con are the elemental cons that I was mentioning before. They're the other 4 to the Strength Con. So Crocell uses Fire Con and oh, this is from Crocell. Yeah, Crocell uses Fire Con. Basically, they use the elements of the area to increase their con. They can do it just by regular attacking, but sometimes areas in the battlefield will have specific elements. Like if you look in the top right beside the map, you'll notice that there's a fire, water, wind, and then a lightning at the bottom. The top 3 are lit by 1, meaning if we go into combat, Zephy has 1 con. So she's able to use 1 con. She'll always have a minimum of 1 con available to her. Sometimes I think the maximum I've seen is 2, I want to say. But yeah, you can have like there's some areas will have 2, so in those areas you kind of want to switch to them. Zephy is your healer. I think hers. Oh yeah, I'll get more of that. I'm going through the menu. I'm going through the mail right now. I'll get back into other stuff later. Attribute con. Oh yeah, environment con. That was what that was. Attribute con are the elements. The environment con is what gives a bonus to the elemental types. Attribute con doesn't work like strength con. Yeah. Wizards can make attribute con. I'm a fire wizard, so I can make fire con. Princess is a wind wizard, so she can make wind con. And as you might guess, we'll get one of the other 2 as well in characters. But attribute con doesn't work the same. Yeah, the con will actually disappear after a certain amount of time. Basically, as you're using it, the con will sort of just float around the battlefield, and you'll just use it, grab it out of the air, and use it then. Yeah. It's generated the same way in battle, though. You just hit enemies with fire or wind attacks. There are AI settings. Type 1, attack nearby enemies. 2, target the leaders thing. And just power drive skills aggressively. My entire playthrough 1, I never touched the AI settings. I just used attack nearby enemies. Sometimes you might want to switch to attack work with leader, but I don't know. Apparently there's others that have settings differently. I didn't know. I never paid attention. Yeah, use an antidote to protect yourself from poison. Derp, derp, derp. Yeah, okay, so when we're in combat mode, you can see in the bottom left we have all 3 characters. Judo's on the top, Zephy is what is on the left, and Argo is on the bottom. If you push any of the directions on your D-pad, you will switch to that character in battle. This is very handy. Very, very handy indeed. Can we use skill now? No, we're in battle, but whatever. So as you can see in the bottom right, we have different skills. Holy Ripple is an attack. Healing Wind is the healing move she has, but she needs 2 con to use it, which kind of sucks. But whatever. Argo has a big hammer and Lion's Roar. To be honest, I used Argo's axe. His second item is an axe, and I used it as throughout it because it has armor break, so and armor break kicks ass. But I think I'll be using a hammer for this. Oh, this is a guy that I think we're taking to the mine, which is good. I wanted to take this. Yes, let's go. Okay, so we're doing a mission right now. We're doing the escort mission to the command mine. The command mine. So we need to escort this guy. If we leave the area, we will fail. We'll enter battles as we go. I'm gonna switch back to judo. Oh, enemies. Pierce worms! As you can see, they're level 8, unlike the level 6 and 7 that we fought on Highwind Island. There's gonna be I'm gonna quickly introduce something. It'll come into play a lot later, a lot more commonly, but there's something called a chain, a overdrive chain. Basically, if you put your character into Overheat and then switch over to another character, the buffs of that character will carry over to the other one, if you use a skill after the end of it. So basically, that was a chain. So I went into Overheat with Juto, and then I used a skill. If you use that, you can initiate a chain and move the overheat buffs over to another character. But if you don't end it with a skill, like I didn't with Argo there, it didn't work. As you see, I switched to Judo, but it didn't work. So basically what you want to do is you want to go into Overheat with regular attacks, use a skill, so you're using a skill while in Overheat, and holy crap, that guy got really far ahead. And then when you're in that, make your other character go into Overheat and chain with a skill with it in the same fashion, and both of them will instantly go down to no Overheat. They'll go down to basic, no skill or anything used. Oh, come on, I used a skill there. Except the guy died and I was... Oh, crap. Gotta switch up money. So yeah, if you make two characters chain together by doing attacks into Overheat like this, and use a skill at the end of it, you can then switch, use a chain, then go up with the new character, and then chain... Ah, I screwed it up. I didn't go into Overheat, but basically if I went into Overheat with it, I would have kicked both Judo and Argo right down to no Overheat, no power use. Like, they'll be in the bare, just started a battle form. Oh crap, werewolves. Werewolves are very... werewolves, you can really use the... oh god, he was out of range. I couldn't get my skill off. Please let me use my skill! Skill! This is actually a pretty intense battle here. There we go. So I just use a skill. We got a chain. And now I'm in Overdrive here. And watch the bars on the bottom left. And chain break. That means that both of their stamina, that was the word I was looking for this entire time, went down to 0. It is a very, very powerful technique, especially since when you're in Overheats and you're chaining like that, you gain damage buffs. It is very handy. Oh, there's a letter. Nice to meet you. Igton! How do you do, everyone? Igton's the name, people. I didn't see a recipient for this letter. I didn't set a recipient for this letter. That way everybody gets to read it. Come and join me as I study all about Landsheim. Igton is like the encyclopedic person. He'll often just get letters and he'll give little lore, bits of lore and information about stuff that matters. And holy side quest! There's a bunch here. Do you know about commons? Oh, Igton again. Let's study about commons. They look just like rocks, but whoa, inside there dwell all sorts of different powers. All those monsters in the field have commons inside them, so they've grown strong. Commons can be crafted into ornaments or even used to enhance weapons. Be sure to put them to good use, everyone. Commons are basically the enhancements. If you want to compare them to something famous, they're like materia, in my opinion. They don't give you magic or anything like that. They just buff your weapon and your skills. Like some of them will just buff your stats or whatever. Mission complete. Level 9. Level 9. So they'll just buff your stats. They'll give you... Sometimes you'll get good ones, which will give you extra experience and such. So, you're interested in monster hunting. Key monster hunting, yada yada yada. Take on the Fong, and get the knack of hunting. Fongs have an incredibly evasive ability. It's hard to land a direct hit, right? But if you use a wind technique, the Fong, and give it vertigo, you can limit its evasion ability. When that happens, join forces and attack together. So basically there is a enemy around here which is very evasive, and it has very high defense, but if you instate vertigo with it using a bunch of wind techniques from Zephy here, you'll be able to just kill it outright. More stuff here. Well, if it isn't a Pyromancer Crocell of the Counter Sentinel unit. Just the man I wanted to see. I need your power. Our mining operation has hit a snag. To keep things running smoothly, we need Firecon. Generate Firecon. 6 Firecon. We need to generate 6 Firecon. Yeah, we know. We can use the Fire Tap ability of him, yeah. I'll use Crocell next episode. I'm just grabbing questions. Ooh, treasure chest. I know I've been rushing through this sort of stuff. The chain break was the main confusing thing that is actually very important to this battle system. Without it, the battles get extremely slow. Need commons. Oh yeah, the creepy technique that Zephy can use. It's called soul extraction. Yeah, it's just... Yeah. You, basically, if a monster is about to die, Zephy has the ability to extract a comment out of them and use it, and let's take it from them. So, yeah. Fill in dozen rescue requests. The guys don't... yada, yada, yada. Oh, there's a dude at the werewolf camp that we need to rescue. Yeah, that guy was also telling you that if you use the counter ability on the werewolves, you can pretty much just cripple their attack, which is really true. Use Judo's counter attack against werewolves. It's very devastating. So yeah, we got a bunch of side quests, and I think there's another one we can go pick up as well. Email. Mail. Do you know about Fongs? Crocell. Yeah, I was basically telling you the exact same thing I told you. My signature technique is soul extraction. This is from Zephy. Basically, yeah, if a monster's about to die, occasionally, on the verge of death, it can be used. To use the abilities like Counter and Armor Break or Lion's Roar, is that... yeah, Lion's Roar. I have never used Lion's Roar. What the hell does it do? I have no idea. And Zephy's Soul Extraction. Soul Extract, you need to use them. They need to be the leader to be able to use them. That's basically what that was saying. But next episode, we are going to do some of these side quests, and I'm going to throw Crocell into the party in place of Argo, I think, here. So yeah, just go into formation. You can change it up there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do next time. So, see you guys then. Sorry for the confusing episode. It was very erratic.